Hey, what's up guys? It's Cacey, the Hungry Realtor, and I am working hard every week to help you keep the kitchen the center of the home. So tonight we are making shrimp scampi, or a shrimp scampi pasta, sorry. Super easy, super good, kind of light because there's not really a sauce, so yum there. Also, we'll be talking about my new devotional that I'm reading. 10 days in, it's been a huge eye-opener for me. So it's just about attitude and how you can take small steps daily to change those habits. It kind of made me realize that I'm not always the nicest to the people that I love the most, so ouch. Okay, so really quick, I'm gonna share the video to my personal page just because most of my followers are there right now, but that's okay. All right. Looks like I have a viewer, but it doesn't show me who. Oh, hi, Lulu. Glad you're here. I'm just sharing the video from last week, and then I'm going to show everyone the ingredients, and so far everyone is you, so awesome. You'll get to see that. Okay, let's see if I can find it. This is always a struggle for me, or if it even works. Everybody that's not watching is missing out, just so you know. This is really easy to cook and it's super good. So, especially if you love shrimp. And it's also good with chicken. So, or I've even made it with like steak before. It's good. It's good either way. Why don't I get my own notification that I'm live? Like, that's super annoying. Okay. All right, let's get it. I was supposed to have a guest tonight, but she actually had to get rushed to the ER, so let's keep her in our prayers. My friend Janae, she was going to she does taxes, so she was going to give us some taxes or some examples to maximize your refund. But so far, we do not have that. Oh, hey Sarah, that's my cousin, for those of you who don't know. Okay, let's see. Share. Let's see. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, nope. Share as myself. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we'll get started now, I think. All right, so first things first, we'll do the giveaway for last week. And last week, my friend April came on, and she had, she's a pure romance consultant, and she had some super cool, fun stuff for us. And all you had to do to enter was share the video, comment, and then tag 3 friends if you wanted to get entered 2 times. So some people are taking advantage of that and some people aren't, and that's okay. I still love you anyways. All right, so for the giveaway, we had a heart massager, which is super cool. She showed us how to use it. And then also some massage oil, and then body, I think it's called Body Dew. And this is like an oil just for when you get out of the shower. I have used some before. It also makes your tattoos shimmery if you have tattoos. And so yes, this is what the giveaway is for. Thank you to everyone who shared. Now let's see who wins. All right, so we didn't have a ton of shares last week, but that's okay. I know y'all are gonna do better this week, right? Okay, let's see. Let's go full screen. All right. Let's see who wins. Hey guys, will y'all tell me if the lighting in here is better? Gina Hatch, it wasn't you, Lindsay. I'm sorry. Sorry, Lindsay. I love you. I know you wanted it so bad. Maybe for Christmas or your birthday. When's your birthday? Okay, so this week the pasta is super yummy, super easy. I know I've said that millions of times, but it really is good. Okay, so we're gonna use spaghetti noodles, and you can literally use any kind of pasta that you like. You ain't going nowhere, you love me. Okay, so then we have 2 pounds of shrimp, and like I said, you can use chicken too. I have 2 lemons, and then I also have some parsley that I cut up, Parmesan cheese, garlic, crushed red pepper, and olive oil, and salt and pepper and some butter. And that's all that goes in here. I'm also going to show you how to make a garlic butter. So just like what happened to me today, if you go in and they're out of garlic bread for some reason, thank you, Walmart. I appreciate you. And you can dress it up yourself. So I'm going to make that first because I'm actually just going to use that in the pasta instead of what I would normally do. Actually, I'm going to boil some water first. So let me do that for the pasta. Duh. So, hopefully everything goes well with this. I'm just kidding. I've made this several times, so it's delicious. All right, let's get it. And I always put hot water in here too, just in case, so if it boils faster because it gets hotter if you need it to boil fast. And in case anyone was wondering, I boil my water first, and then I put the pasta in. Some people do it the other way, and the reason that I do mine first is because it actually the pasta gets kind of like the starches like stick together somehow. I don't know, it's just weird. And then I'm also going to take some advice, and I'm going to throw some spaghetti on the wall to see if it's done. And I don't know if it's going to stick to my wallpaper, but we shall see. Or maybe I'll just throw it on the cabinet. We'll see. Let's see. And yes, I am going to the family reunion. Always down for that. Actually requested off work yesterday, so I'll be there. Okay, let's see. So I always do my garlic butter in like this in a blender. So let's see. And okay, so I'm gonna make a little bit extra of this just because I'm using the pasta and on the bread. So let's see. I'm gonna put 2 sticks of butter in here. I think they'll fit. I'm pretty sure they'll fit. And then you can use this in like a mixer, but I always do it in these so that way if I have any left over, I can just stick it in the fridge. So, all right. So this is so easy. Whenever you see how I do this, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, why do I pay $3 for garlic bread when I can pay $1? But it is and it's not even time consuming, and you can keep it in the fridge almost as long as you can keep, well, I guess as long as, you know, you need it, as long as you can keep butter in there, I guess. Who knows? Okay, so I just put like 3 teaspoons of garlic in here, and then the same amount, and this is just margarine. I know I normally use regular butter, and I thought I had some, but it might just be buried under something. So, I don't know where it's at. And then I'm just gonna put like a handful of parsley on here. However much will fit. And this is it. That's all that I'm gonna put in there. And then I'm just gonna put the top on, and I'm going to blend it up until it's all mixed together. And I soften the butter first. Let's see. Oh, maybe this doesn't work. Maybe this is a different. Okay, just kidding. All right, well, that didn't work. Oh, you know what? I always put a little bit of oil in there too. Duh, need some liquid. Okay, that should work, hopefully. Guys, I'm trying to show y'all something. It's not even working. Okay, tell Lincoln I said goodnight. This is literally not working. What is going on? My blender has been acting super shady lately, so I guess we'll just pour it into a bowl and do it that way. Unfortunately. Okay. Dang, blender embarrassing me. The blender's embarrassing me. Oops. Okay, so that didn't work. That's okay. I'll show you the other way. Maybe. I'll be right back. Get my life together. Get it together. Okay, so, alright. Is there anybody on here that has a bad attitude? Because I do sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And so, this devotional that I've been reading is like, I posted a picture of it today of just like a little excerpt from it, you know, like on the page. And I'm only 10 days in, and I think I've been slapped in the face like 4 times by it. So, okay, so I'm just gonna use this instead. And you can, anytime you need to like soften butter, you can do it this way. My birthday was last week. I'm still waiting on that KitchenAid, just in case y'all were wondering. Sarah says, yes, you have an attitude problem. Well, you need to get this devotional. So the giveaway for next week is gonna be for the devotional. So if you haven't shared the video yet, you should probably do that so you can get a copy, maybe. Okay, so butter is softened with garlic and parsley in it. I'll actually read a little excerpt from it here in a little bit after I get this going at least. All right, so, all right, what was I doing? Okay, what am I doing? My ADD is showing. It shows sometimes. That's okay. It's gonna be fun. All right. So if you can see the butter, like it just looks like garlic butter. A bunch of garlic, butter, and parsley. And all right, let me get a bread knife. Maybe. Do I even have a bread knife? What the? I do have a bread knife somewhere. Somebody's been messing with my stuff. Okay, so I can't find my bread knife, but the main thing whenever you're cutting bread in half is you want to use a serrated knife on each end. Hey Jamie, you haven't missed much, girl. I actually haven't really done that much. I just made some garlic butter. And all I did to that was put some butter, garlic, and parsley in it and mix it around. Okay, so whenever you're cutting this, and the reason I'm doing this is because they were out of garlic bread, for those of you tuning in. Otherwise, I would normally just buy it to save time. Okay. So, you want to just like try to get as evenly as possible, and I'm going to have to set it down, but just like, and hold the bread, and you have to kind of watch it as you are going across, because it will end up getting uneven. Not that it really matters, honestly. But I have an actual bread knife, and one of these days I'm going to show y'all all the different kinds of knives that I have and all of the names for them. And I use them for other stuff too sometimes, but there's a reason there's a bread knife and a chef knife and a cheese knife and a sportsman knife and a fillet knife and a carving knife. Like there's all kinds of knives. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and butter this and put it, I'm not even going to put it in the oven yet, but I'm going to butter it while I have that out. Let me get a pan. Sorry, I'm not prepared. Y'all are probably used to that by now. Just kidding. So Noah got me some super cool lights for my birthday. I'm so excited about it, honestly. Oh, I put the water and I didn't turn it on. What's wrong with me? I'm crazy. All right. Let's get this going. Let's get it going. Let me move this computer. I'm just going to be in y'all's face tonight to see the comments. And it's actually, I have it kind of close, so I'm really not having to lean in like I was at one time. That was crazy, right? Okay. So, I'm going to put butter on both sides, and then I'm just going to put it back together. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and that, you know, you guys are happy and joyful to be in my presence. I'm just kidding. But really, I'm pretty awesome, so. All right. Anyways, so. Just spread the butter on evenly, and it'll melt all over there. It's gonna be so good. And then I'm just gonna use the same butter in this since I'm using all these. So I'm using, you don't have to like make this butter to make this. You just wanna use these same ingredients whenever you're cooking the pasta, like when it's done. Okay, so. All right, this is done. So I'm gonna preheat the oven while y'all are watching. All right, This episode shouldn't take very long just because this meal doesn't take very long. If I would have had the noodles ready, I could literally have it in, like done in like 10 minutes. So just so you know, if you make noodles ahead of time, you can actually freeze them. I don't know if you know that or not, but that's like a little quick tip that I will tell you. Because I didn't know that for a long time until I managed a country club, and we used to actually order because we didn't use a whole lot of noodles. So if we ordered too many dry, we would just make too many, and then so we started ordering them frozen, or they're frozen in like 2 servings. So that way you waste less. All right, I'm gonna get out the stuff for this salad too while I'm at it. And I'm gonna show you how to make a, I would call this honestly a winter salad. It might be a little bit different for some of y'all. But it's gonna have baby spinach, apples, actually green apples, dried cranberries and almonds, and I'm gonna make a honey balsamic dressing. And I'm just gonna use honey and regular balsamic dressing. Simple enough. Okay, I'm just grabbing the stuff that I just said I was gonna put in there. Okay. So I actually found these together. You can buy them separately, but I found these, so I was like, I'll just try those. And this is just gonna have dried cranberries and honey roasted almonds. So perfect salad topping. And so these are my ingredients for my salad, and then I'll show y'all how to just dress up a regular balsamic vinaigrette. And I always toss my salad whenever, that sounded really bad. Okay, I toss the salad together whenever I make this kind of salad, just because it's easier that way. All right, so water's boiling. So, okay, all right, let's go. Okay, so about this book. So I'm gonna just share a little bit from what I read today, and or actually, let me read yesterday's, because and I highlight in here and I write little notes for myself for later on, because I'll probably come back and read this bad boy again, just because I know this is probably not gonna end my attitude problem, unfortunately. Okay, so all right, so this is what it says, like on the little beginning. It says, problems and challenges are gifted so that you can overcome them. Okay. And hold on. I'm just gonna read the first couple of paragraphs. It says, we tend to avoid problems at all costs, but surprisingly, some of our largest trials, such as dealing with major attitude problems, serve us greatly. Their purpose in life is much larger than one would think. In the chapter, Finding Opportunity in Challenge, which is a chapter back before, we discussed how problems develop your character. Today, we will dig a bit deeper into their purpose. How do you view your problems? Do you despise them, or do you try to see the purpose through the difficulty? If you tend to look for the reason, then you're on the right track. Let's analyze this pesky attitude problem. You may feel as if it's really not that big of a deal. After all, it's just who you are, which I say that all the time. So, and it says, you may feel like you really don't have control over your attitude, so you haven't really tried to change. Maybe you have tried to overcome this problem before, but have been left feeling defeated. Wherever you are on this journey, it's okay. Right here, right now, you are actively taking the step to change, and that's what matters. This challenge is here for a reason. The fact you're reading this book today is part of your plan. All problems that we face can be used for good. And then problems and challenges can be actually viewed as gifts. They give you the opportunity to overcome, to grow and learn, and become a better person with a wider perspective. God certainly has a hand in the problems you face. Please don't misinterpret this. Know that God does not cause bad things to happen. The rain falls on the good and the bad in the world. So don't let this discourage you. What he does provide, the opportunity, strength, motivation, comfort, and courage to work through the bad, to achieve good out of any situation. so it keeps going, and then there's actually a prayer for you to pray every day, and the prayers are so awesome. They're long, but they go with the chapter, and they go with, if you have an attitude problem, they go with what you're needing. Like, honestly, like I struggle every single day with my attitude. Today's was about kind of, children don't remember what you try to teach them. They remember what you are. So it talks in here about telling your kids and your family that you're trying to work on your attitude, and, you know, let them try to respond, and how they're going to remember the way that you acted, not what you told them. So it was very eye-opening for me. And there's another chapter that talks about how we should enjoy our children, you know, instead of being frustrated with them all the time. And I know for me that's sometimes difficult because I have a busy life. And so I don't, like, not that I'm trying to take it out on my kids, but sometimes I do. And so this is just like, I'm only on day 10. So one of my friends, Vanita, she talked me into getting this, and then she has a Facebook group where all of the women that, you know, want to be a part of the group, we can add you to that too when you get it, because then you get everyone else's takeaways, you get everyone else's advice. It's awesome. So, and as my kid's on the floor giving me a thumbs up. All right, so water is boiling. I'm gonna go ahead, and you can actually make this in one pot, but I like to cook my shrimp on the side. I have no idea why. I feel like it tastes better when it's like sauteed, like you can kind of get a little crispiness to it. So I'm just gonna use, I feel like this probably need a little bit bigger. Oops. Let's see. I have to pull out the whole pile of bean pans. So just so you guys know, I did get these Pioneer Woman pans, and they're not that they're bad, but they have the ceramic stuff, and it's already like trying to come off. So I guess be careful of that if you are deciding to buy them. I got them for Christmas, so it's not that serious, but just to kind of share with you guys from that experience that I've had. All right. So I got a little bit of oil in the pan. I just drizzled some in, and then I'm going to put a lot, or probably, I'm not going to use all this butter because I'm going to need some for the pasta too. Not a whole lot, but so I'm just going to melt the butter in here. There's already parsley and garlic in here. If that were not in there, then I would add that in with it. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper onto the shrimp. So that will cook. And then I'm just going to mix it around. Normally I would maybe like use my hand, but I don't feel like, honestly, I just don't feel like washing them again. So I'm not going to do it. Okay. Since you're right here, will you get me a cutting board?
Yep.
Okay. So while the butter's melting and all that, I am going to...
Hi, guys.
Here's my kid. She's supposed to be taking a shower right now.
But Brooklyn's taking too long.
Okay, well, Brooklyn's in the bath, so she is going to take a while. All right, run along, please. So thank you for your help, though. Oh, you can put the bread in the oven. So, like I said, Michaela loves to help on the cooking show, and so I love to have them. It just, one time I tried to have all three of them on here, and it was a little bit cray-cray. Like, I'm not going to lie. To have all three of them in here, me trying to stay back and let them kind of do their thing, but that's okay. That's how it gets whenever there's too many women in the kitchen, right? Okay, so let me move this so you can see. Michaela's gonna cook the bread for us. Turn it around the other way, honey. Dang, this water's like it's taking forever to boil. You know what they say though, watch pot never boils. Y'all have heard that, I'm sure.
Look, Mama, just no fit. Turn it sideways.
I'm gonna get a drink of water.
I tried
Turn
that.
it the other way, baby.
I did. Mama, did you put it on high? Oh. You're amazing, Mom.
Thank you. See, and then you get little things like, you're amazing. And then she says, at cooking. So I'm not just amazing like in general.
You are. But she's good at cooking too.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, well, I appreciate that. Okay, so also I kind of want to show y'all this thing that I bought today at Walmart. I don't even know how much it was, honestly. I think I found it in the clearance section, so I think it was like $3 or $4. But it was super cool. I had this sponge thing that like stuck to the window right here. If you've watched before, you might have noticed it or you might not have. But it would drip water all down it wouldn't stick to the inside of my sink for some reason. And it would drip water all down the window and create water spots. This has a suction cup and it also has a little hanger thing. It doesn't fit, this part doesn't fit on my sink, but it's okay because it has a suction cup so it still sticks. So it also has this little arm and you can hang a rag or a towel off of it and then you put your sponge in here too. So I thought it was super nifty. And you can actually face the towel holder however you want on there. I don't know if you can y'all see that? But like I wipe my countertop with a rag, so it will like just hang on there. I thought it was great. So hopefully you do too. Okay. Butter is melted. Okay, so, oh, and the water's boiling. Look at that. Awesome. Oh, and if you guys want the full recipe, what I do is I actually post it to my blog, and then I'll post it in the comments. And a lot of the recipes that I've made, I'm not going to say all of them, because I think I didn't start doing it till like the 4th episode. A lot of the recipes are underneath there, though. So, super awesome. Okay. All right. All right, and if you don't have to break the pasta, just for anybody that does that, if you just stick it in there, once it starts boiling, it will all do what it does and go in the pan. And they make those oval pots now. I think it's Ray who came up with them. And I don't have one yet, so I'm still waiting on all my endorsements. They'll get here one day. Okay. So, like I said, 2 pounds of shrimp. This was jumbo shrimp, or it is jumbo shrimp, and it was the easy peel. But I already took all that off. When you're putting shrimp into pasta or something, you don't want to leave the tail on it. It's kind of awkward to eat. So, all right. I'm gonna put that shrimp in there. Okay. And like I said, you can do this all in one pot. I actually want to say that I've seen a recipe like on Pinterest or something with it all in one pot. And I just really love to cook mine in different pans because I want to make life harder for myself. Who knows? Okay. So whenever you're doing crushed red pepper, just know like however much you put in there, once it sits for a little bit, it's going to be like 3 times as spicy. I don't know if that's a scientific fact, but it sure is like the truth. So like I make these green beans, or I actually make some really good collard greens that I put some crushed red pepper in. And but because like sometimes I'll taste it and then it'll be like, oh, it needs a little bit more, and then you taste, and then you like put a little bit more, and then you taste it and you're like, oh, it needs a little bit more. So you just keep on doing it, and then like by the time you let it sit there for like 10 minutes, it is on fire. So be careful with that stuff. A little bit goes a long way, was the moral of that story. Okay, so while our pasta's cooking, and so al dente spaghetti is supposed to take 8 minutes. I never time it. But Lindsay that was on here earlier, she said when she was watching, or earlier, she actually tagged me in a video that you can throw the spaghetti to the wall and see if it sticks. And so I'm actually going to do that. But I already knew that, and I was actually already planning on it. So it was just funny that she had tagged me in that video. Okay, and I think I've said this before, but Shrimp is done when it turns orange, because it's gray right now. And then when it turns orange, you can even use already cooked shrimp and make your life a little bit easier if you want. You can get the ones with the tail off. Do as we may. I already had these here, so that's why I used these. Okay, so we'll make the salad, and I probably don't need both of these apples, honestly, but so I'm probably not gonna cut them. Why are my knives so far from y'all? I have this really cool knife magnet that I ordered from Websterant. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but all my knives stick to it, but it's way over there because when I'm not doing the cooking show, I normally like prep over there. For those of you who haven't seen my kitchen, if you have seen my kitchen, you would understand why I do it that way. But one day I'll have to give y'all a complete tour. It'll be fun. All right. So I just leave the skin on these and I just dice them up. I try to keep them the same size or around the same size. At least. So that way Gordon Ramsay doesn't call me out later. I'm just kidding. You know, some people that I know, we were in a group text earlier and they asked me if I could do something tonight and I was like, no, I have my cooking show. And they said, and they were like, oh, Bobby Flay over here, or something like that. And then they just kept going on. And I was like, you know, because I said my real estate career comes first. And they said, oh, you mean your celebrity chef show? And I was like, oh, so that means I'm going somewhere, huh? So stop being a hater. Either way it goes, I'm going somewhere, all right? So, all right, so if you can see how the shrimp are turning a little bit orangish, pinkish. I mean, honestly, that's coral, if you ask me. Freaking coral. So it doesn't take long for shrimp, doesn't take long for pasta. So then, and once it's done, you don't make a sauce. You literally just pour everything together. So, and even this, it's just melted butter on there. So I'm literally just gonna pour it in there and maybe add a little bit more. So. So I don't think these are done, but we're gonna test this to see if it works when it's not done. I don't know where to do this at. I guess we'll try it on the cabinet. I don't know if it's gonna work there though. I have wallpaper, so I don't know if it's gonna work. Oh look, it's stuck. This isn't done though. Like, it's really not done. It's not even like al dente. Okay, so that's a fail. When it sticks, it doesn't mean it's done. I mean, I'm sure it will stick when it is done too, but maybe it's when it doesn't stick to the wall. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe like when it doesn't stick to the wall, that means that it's done. All right, so cutting up these apples. All right, dude, I need to sharpen my knives so bad. If anybody is really good at that, I would love for you to come show me like how to sharpen knives, like really good. I feel like I do it and I just do it the wrong way. Or maybe I'm using the wrong tool, I don't know. Or maybe I need new knives, who knows. Okay, so there's really not a whole lot, it's just one green apple cut up, diced, or what have you. And then, since I'm tossing it, I'm going to put it in the bowl. And then I got baby spinach. You can probably use like a spring mix or whatever. It'll probably all gonna go. It's not keto, but my family will love. So is it because the pasta's not keto or because of the apples? I get confused with that because you can only eat berries, right? You could put strawberries on this salad probably, and if you can eat almonds, you could probably still make it work. You could put strawberries and blueberries, it would still taste yummy, honestly. Okay, so, and I know the pasta's probably not keto, but you could use spaghetti squash if you want. I don't know. I was doing low carbs, and not that I gave up on it, but I just decided to make better choices instead of low network connection. Can you guys see me? Comment if you can see me. I don't know if you can see me or not. It says recording, so I'll just keep going and maybe it will fix itself. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh no. Okay, maybe it's gonna work. Okay, I think I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Awesome. All right, I don't know if y'all could see me for a minute, but it kept going across the screen saying that I had a low internet connection, which doesn't surprise me here in good old Cleveland, Texas. Okay, so apples, baby spinach. I didn't do anything without y'all, in case you're wondering. Okay, and that looks like a lot, but once you put the dressing on it, it's really not gonna be that much. Let me check this bread, because I always burn the garlic bread. I'm like, I can make a gourmet meal, but I burn frozen pizzas, and it is done. You know, my helpers, they leave me. It's probably a little bit much. Oh no, that's good. All right, so. Ow. I'm so retarded sometimes. Okay. So that is done. The pasta's probably actually, I turned it off, so I hope it's done. Oop. Ooh. No, the apples don't go in the pasta. Oh, the pasta's not. I'm confused. Okay. Keto people confuse me. Like, I don't understand it, honestly. Like, I don't feel like eating a pound of bacon is better than me eating a few bites of pasta. Well, I'm gonna have more than a few bites. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't make sense to me. So, whatever. I know it works for people, but it didn't work for me because I freaking love potatoes. Can you have potatoes on keto? That's what I want to know, because I don't feel like you can. Everybody's always making mashed cauliflower, which is good. Not hating on that. I'm not hating on anybody that does keto if it works for you. What I'm saying is that it's confusing to me. That's all. Okay, so there's not actually that much in here, so I'm actually going to dump the whole thing in there. Okay? There's substitutes for everything that I'm using, like I said. I'm going to try it by myself. I love stuff that's honey roasted. You know those little, at Costco they have those cans of the honey roasted nuts. Dude, I'll like literally dig in on those things. Okay, so let me get my strainer out. Maybe. Oh, guys, y'all are supposed to tell me when stuff's right behind me. Goodness. Okay. So did you know, and this is not going to work for me, honestly. Where's my plastic one? And I'm talking to myself right now, not y'all. Okay. Okay. So the metal one gets really hot when I pour the water out. But did you know that you're supposed to put this in here like this? Like, I was like mind blown. And I'm sorry that I keep pulling up my pants, but I mean, it's a good thing to have, right? Okay. So, you're actually supposed to put this inside the pan. And this doesn't work very well for me all the time. Because I have a big plastic one that goes in the pot. And one of my pots has like little holes on the side. Not holes, but like indentions on the side. And I love it. I really, really, really freaking love it. Okay. So pasta's ready, shrimp is ready, so now we can just like throw everything together, and then I can show you how to make that honey balsamic dressing out of regular balsamic. And it's gonna be, you're gonna be like, wow, that was so easy. Okay, so pasta's done, and then, okay, shrimp's right here. And remember, I just cooked that in some garlic, butter, that I made at the beginning of the show. If you're just tuning in, you can always go back and watch the video later. Okay, so you're gonna put shrimp and the pasta in together. Remember, a little bit of this goes a long way, so I will, that's all I'm gonna put in there for now. I feel like it needs more, but it never does. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit extra parsley. I'm also gonna put some olive oil, probably about 1/4 of a cup. I've bartended before, so I can count and know how many ounces it is. Okay. Oh, I already put this in there. Oh well, it'll be fine. All right, and then I'm just gonna squeeze some lemon juice in. Okay. Sometimes I just feel like I'm losing it. Anybody else ever feel like they're losing it? Because I'm sure y'all do too. Especially if you have kids. You're just like, why am I always going crazy? Okay, so in order to not get, when I'm squeezing something directly in there, I just squeeze the juice onto my hands and it runs through into the thing. I don't have some people have a lemon juicer. I've never bought one. I don't know why, but I just haven't. So it's like something that I don't ever think about, like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the store today and I'm gonna buy a lemon squeezer. No, that's not what I think about going to the store for. One day I will. Just like I don't have an ice cream scoop, and I'm never like, even when I bought ice cream today, I didn't buy an ice cream scoop because it's like something I never think about. I'm like, I'll just use a freaking spoon, whatever. Okay, so I wish I had an ice cream scoop and I wish I had a lemon squeezer, but pretty much I just squeeze it right in my hands. This one actually, like, no seeds really came out, but the seeds will catch like in between your little nooks and crannies on your fingers. So maybe we'll get some on here so you can see. I guess these are seedless. Who knew? Okay, so I'm gonna put 2 lemons in and then I'm gonna taste it. I have another one just in case. I know for sure it's gonna need 2 lemons. And then if it needs 3, I'll put some more. But like I said, this is actually pretty light because it doesn't have a sauce. Guess I'm thinking of salsa. I love salsa, by the way. And so I can eat this like when it's hot outside. It's not, it's kind of like refreshing because there's, normally when you make pasta, it has like an Alfredo sauce or an alla panna sauce or like a heavy creamy sauce or marinara sauce. Not this one. Okay. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt. Oh, that's pepper, by the way. And why am I doing that? Okay, pepper and salt, it's because I did it backwards. All right. And I'm gonna toss this and then you'll see what it looks like all together. It might need, oh, that's right. Let me put the rest of this in here. It doesn't have a sauce, it has a ton of butter. Yum. So Sarah, since you're doing keto, do you like to use spaghetti squash instead of regular pasta, or do you like the zoodles, or do you just not have anything? Like, because I tried the zoodles one time, and the thing that I bought, it said 4 servings on there, and I was like, where? Because this is not 4 servings. This isn't, like, I was like, this is not even 1 serving. Honestly, that's how I felt about it. Maybe I'm a fatty, or maybe it was 4 servings, like somewhere where they don't eat very much. But that was not 4 servings in those frozen packages. So I'm a little bit interested to know, what do you personally do? Okay. So I'm gonna taste this, and then I'm gonna see if we need, if it needs another lemon, or if it needs more olive oil or anything. I just have to taste it and see what it needs. And then when I do my recipe at the end, I'm like, then I can know, like, I literally tomorrow I'll go back and watch this video, so I'll be able to give y'all an accurate recipe, because I'll be like, oh, this was about 1/4 of a cup of oil, and then if I add some to it, I'm gonna have to add that in there. If I add another lemon, so it's teaching me to pay attention to what I'm doing, so that way I can pass these recipes on to you guys, because otherwise, otherwise I just don't ever save the recipe. I never write anything down. I never measure. So it's really helping me, because one day I want to make a cookbook to be able to give to all of my clients that when they buy a home. So I think it would be super cool for them to have the Hungry Realtor cookbook, and so like that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get my recipe life together, because I suck at it sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna try just the pasta. Honestly, I don't know, I've said that this was not a good thing, but it needs this. And it needs more oil. And it, oh crap. Okay, kids, you ain't getting none of this. I'm just kidding, they'll eat it. My kids actually love spicy stuff. Salsa and, I'm like, if you can eat a Taki, you can eat a little bit of crushed red pepper, right guys? Okay, so, yeah, that looks better. I think it has enough lemon. And so I'm just gonna put a little bit more oil. And I'm gonna put, oh, what did I do with that Parmesan? Oh my, okay. And I'm gonna put the Parmesan on, and then I'm just gonna stir it, and then we're gonna call it done. Okay, so. Should I measure this? How much is in here? 10 ounces, okay. So I'm gonna put half a cup. Half a cup would be a little bit less than half of this, for those of you who don't know. Ooh, good thing these were disposable. Those were like some leftover tongs that I had from a catering thing. So, and then once the cheese melts, everything will kind of come together. And if you like some different seasonings, throw them in there, like that. They'll be good. If you like, you could put some Cajun spices in here. You could put, I don't know, you could put saltgrass 7 spice, like I always put in there. And then, or you could put Cavender seasoning. You could put like a seafood seasoning in here. Like I said, you can do this with chicken. You can do it with steak. You can do it with all kinds of stuff. Let me taste it again. Make sure. Gotta make sure, right? That's good. Okay. So whenever you, like, if you were serving this to somebody and you were plating it up, you want to pull, because the shrimp and all the good stuff always goes to the bottom, it seems like. So you want to pull the pasta out first. And then you gotta like dig for the shrimp, because if you just pull from the middle, everything's gonna be down at the bottom. It might actually work a little bit better for me right now if I use a spoon. See, all of that stuff, all of the shrimp was down in the bottom, so you kind of just can't like pull from the thing. So you're gonna want to do that. If you wanted to garnish it, you could sprinkle a little more parsley and a little more Parmesan. Obviously this is the kids' plate with 4 shrimp, because I'm not doing that. And then you're good to go. So how I make the honey balsamic is really easy, and I did this at the country club when I worked there. And so I served this salad whenever we did like special dinners. It wasn't really on the menu, but it was a big hit with the people whenever I did it. Okay, so literally all I'm gonna do is mix some honey and some balsamic together, and then pour it on top and toss it all together. So, like I said, super easy. And I Don't know why, but I like this honey in the jar because the other one makes a mess everywhere. Like literally everywhere. Like whenever you put it in the cabinet, it makes a mess. And this is new, so pardon me. I actually gave my other honey away the other day because one of my friends was sick and I took her some stuff. And so I took her the one that was already open instead of this one. Okay. What was I doing? Okay, so I'm just going to do this in a bowl because I don't need a whole lot. And like I said, you can do this with not a lot. So I'm going to take a couple of tablespoons of honey. And then I'm just going to pour some dressing out. Probably like, and I think you can buy this already made. I just don't use it very often, so, and I don't want to be like my grandma and have like 86 expired salad dressings in there in my fridge. So since I don't use that, like we use ranch, Italian, and balsamic vinaigrette like candy all the time. You see my puppy? Where? Did he come in here? He might have came in here. He got in trouble today because he got in trouble because I was cleaning out not really cleaning out the deep freeze, but I went to the grocery store and I was putting, and the honey's super thick, guys. So let me try to use some massage spoon. Dang. All right, let me try this whisk. It might work better. So pretty much, anyways, I took out something out of the deep freeze and I put it down there and on the floor while I was putting everything else up. And then when I come back, he had eaten a hole through this thing of raw chicken. Raw chicken, guys. I'm like, you can't have that. And what happened is we used to never give him human food, like ever. And then like here recently, like I was giving it to him like as a treat. Like when I made the fillets last week, I gave him a little bit as a treat. And he got that taste for it and he's been going nuts. Just getting in the trash, acting crazy. Like he don't have any sense. Oh, here he comes.
Are you talking about this sweet little baby dog
Hey,
here?
hey.
Sorry.
See?
He's trying to shake. Shake?
Yeah, I am. I'm talking about, yeah, he was trying to shake. Yeah,
This sweet
he's
little
been
dog
going
right here would never do
crazy.
something like that.
He is a sweet little baby dog, but he's also a bad dog. I was so mad at him today, but I'm over it now, as you can tell. Boxers are so crazy. Like, they're nuts. Like, they're like, I mean, I love mine, but okay, so I'm just gonna pour this, like I mixed it all together, mix it all up. And so the moral of this story is that you don't want your dog eating human food. Don't even give them that taste, because then they go crazy afterwards. And I really, like, I didn't want to give him human food, but I was like, oh, he's okay. He'll have a little food. It'll be fine. No, it was not fine, and it's not okay, ever. Okay, so I'm just gonna toss this around and coat everything. Whoop, whoop. This salad's gonna be so good. If you don't like sweet salads, then you don't have to eat this. I mean, you're not gonna get any of it anyways. And like I said, for you keto fans out there, you can actually put strawberries in this. It'll be good. But the main reason of putting the honey in there is because if you have the apples and the other stuff in there, you want kind of a sweet vinaigrette. Even like a raspberry vinaigrette would go well. Or strawberry, like people make strawberry vinaigrette that's really good sometimes. It really just depends on where you go to get it at. Like, I don't recommend getting like going to Wendy's and being like, I got their berry salad and it sucked. Like, duh, you're at Wendy's, you're at fast food places. Okay, so you could put probably feta cheese or maybe even blue cheese on this. But I just don't, I already have Parmesan in here, so I'm trying to go without that. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like all together. And like I said, when you're making even salad, all the yummy stuff goes to the freaking bottom. So you gotta kind of dig it out. And these aren't the best tongs to be doing this with, honestly. But I don't know where my stuff is right now. And so you could, if you want to put some cheese on, you could do like feta cheese on there. But everything here is ready to go. Here you go. And obviously this is the kids because I'm going to eat way more than that. But all right, well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to feed my family. Don't forget to share the video and comment and tag 3 friends if you want to be entered in twice. So, oh, sorry. To win the Attitude Antidote. And like I said, this is a great devotional. It will really help you realize kind of why your attitude sucks and that it's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. Because honestly, guys, and I've heard this so many times that the only thing in life that you can control is your own attitude. And it's not what people do. It's the way that you do it. Thank you for interrupting me. I appreciate you. It's not what other people are doing, but it's how you react to it. So take away from that. If you don't win the book next week, I urge you to buy it. If you think that you might even need a little, even if you don't think you need a little bit of help with your attitude, you probably do. So this is great. Well, I love you guys. I will see y'all next week. If anybody has any recipe ideas that they would like to see on the show, you can comment those below and I will try my best to get some done for you. I'm not exactly sure what, I have some things planned, but sometimes I try to like go with the weather or whatever. But anyways, if you have any special requests, let me know and I'll see what I can do to get those for y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.